the person who's really talented and the person and not disciplined, so I would say that this person won't get the seat, right? So you have to be very, very disciplined and hardworking. No matter, like if you are taking the notes from the YouTube or you are doing any coaching, you have to make the notes, because making notes are super important. If you are not making notes and you are just sitting in the class or you're just watching the videos like a movie, nothing will happen, kids. If you are doing this very seriously, I'm sure you're gonna outshine in the exam. Hello dear students, I Rashmi Mamgai welcome you here at Physics Wala, and today I'm going to share strategy to score 690 plus in NEET 2025 with you. And kids, you have to start preparing very nicely from today itself. If you are not serious, let me tell you, there are a lot of the serious students who are consistently studying, working hard, working on their efficiency and accuracy for the main exam. So let's start with the strategy. So it's the high time to start your preparation now. You required self-discipline, which is again very important, because again, the person who's really talented and the person and not disciplined, so I would say that this person won't get the seat, right? So you have to be very, very disciplined and hardworking. So let's see what exactly you have to do. Make a routine first of all. So routine means you have to take the regular classes. You have to, assign yourself this much topic, right? So today I have to complete this much topic. If you are doing the self-study, not taking any coaching. So you have to, assign some topics to you that today, no matter what, I have to complete these two topics from these chapters, from these subject, and you have to revise them after making the notes. So no matter, like if you are taking the notes from the YouTube or you are doing any coaching, you have to make the notes, because making notes are super important. If you are not making notes and you are just sitting in the class or you're just watching the videos like a movie, nothing will happen, kids. Because again, these notes which you are making, again there's the science behind it. So your more sense organs are involved. You are watching and you are like making the notes, then you are revising the same notes many times, and your brain will grasp the same notes very, very nice way, and you will not remain confused when you are reading the same notes many times. So kids, you have to make the notes. If you are not preparing the notes, just watching the lecture like a movie, nothing will happen. So the toppers are always, if you see the notes of the toppers, they are always maintaining their notes very, very properly. So yes, that is the key. First of all, maintain the notes. You have to, after the class or after watching the videos, what exactly you have to do? You have to revise the topics and then solve the question, like 20-30 questions from each of the topics, and including previous year question. So kids, if you are doing this much every day, then you are consistent. So you have to be very consistent in your class. No matter if you are doing the self-study or taking coachings, you have to be very, very consistent every day. Right? And second, when you are revising anything, right, any lecture, you have any doubts, you just reach out to your teacher and ask doubt the next day itself. First of all, try to ask the doubt the same day, but next day you have to clear all the doubts from the topics and just write it down somewhere, right? So those kids who don't revise the things and not asking the doubt, they actually clump all the doubt and they are not revising, means a lot of the doubts will get accumulated. And when they are having the exam next day, what exactly they'll do? They'll start, revising everything. And when they start revising everything, what will happen? They will find that they have a lot of the doubts now. And in one day, how come they will be asking all the doubts to the teacher? So what will happen? They will just leave all the things, they will just prepare the things in a very incomplete way, and next day they won't get the good marks. They will remain confused in the exam. So kids, you don't have to keep the doubt in your head. You have to ask your doubt the same day or other day from your teacher. So suppose some question you are revising, you have revised the topic, you have done the question, you have got doubt, you are asking doubts, your teacher the same day or the other day, and you are just maintaining the notebook also where you are like doing all the questions or solving your doubts, writing your doubts, right? And so that before the exam, you can easily you can revise easily everything nicely, so that you can confidently go to the exam and you'll be like, okay, now I know everything and I have revised many times and now I'm done for the, like I'm so much confident that I'll be able to do this. And this kind of students always do better. They keep on improving in the exam. So once they know that what is the taste of getting the good marks, they keep on improving. So kids, you have to do that. And those kids who keep their doubts in themselves, or those who are not revising, they are just revising the day before the exam, what will happen? A lot of the doubts will come up, and the next day they are having the exam, they don't have the teacher at the same time. So how exactly they are going to clear all the doubts, so many doubts in one day? Like 7 chapters are in their exam. From those 7 chapters, how come they are going to ask all the doubts? So they'll be just doing the things in a very incomplete way. Don't do that. So what will happen? They will give the test, they'll get the less marks, they will get demotivated, and they'll like, no, we cannot do that. So kids, don't do that, these mistakes. So you have to be very consistent with your class, with your doubt, with your question practice. If you're doing this very seriously, then I'm sure you're gonna outshine in the exam. Third thing, quality over quantity. You know, some student, what exactly they do? They actually follow this teacher, also this teacher. They're taking content from thousands of the teachers. They are collecting content from thousands of the teachers, and then what will happen? Ultimately, they are not practicing, they are not self-studying, they are just, you know, collecting these content, and in the end they will just get confused with a lot of the content. So kids, I would tell you one thing, that you revise, or you just make your notes properly from where you follow one teacher only, because toppers never follow 1,000 teachers. They just follow one single teacher, and they are just revising their notes. They are revising the same notes 1,000 times. So yes, you practice the same note 1,000 times rather than practicing 1,000 notes one times. It will not give you anything. But yes, if you are revising one teacher notes, or your notes like, just choose one teacher, right? From wherever you are making the notes, make sure that you are following only one teacher. Make the notes properly, do the question, solve the question, and then whatever you are getting new in the question, add it in your notes. And in this way, you are making your notes very rich, and you are revising the same notes 1,000 times before your exam. Ultimately, you will be super confident at the day of your exam, rather than the students who are collecting 1,000 content from the 1,000 teachers. Don't do that mistake. So today itself, choose your teacher. Okay, kids? And you will see immense improvement after following these points. Right? So kids, next thing, make proper notes. I'm emphasizing on the notes, because you will see all the toppers, they have the proper notes. I'm sure you will be searching your topper notes. So you don't need to follow the topper's note. You just follow one teacher. Just take the notes from that teacher, and just, you know, solve the questions. Whatever you are getting new in the question, incorporate in your notes. This is how you have to make the topper notes. This is how you have to make the notes very, very rich. So kids, always make the proper notes for your revision. You can make the mind maps, you can make the short notes, you can concise every chapter in the flowchart form. You can write down, you know, mnemonics. If you like mnemonics, you can like write down the mnemonics. Paste all the formulas, make the formula sheet of the physics, chemistry, write all the facts of the, or names of the examples of the biology, and just paste it on your wall, and keep revising it daily, and you will see miracle happening at the day of exam. You will be like, wow, I am like not confused at all. I remember all the formula, I remember all the examples, I'm not confused at all. So kids, make sure you are making these short notes, mind map, flowchart, formula sheet, and pasting on your study table, right? So that you would be able to revise them daily. So which books you have to refer? You kids know that these days exams is totally from the NCERT. So kids, you have to read NCERT for biology, chemistry, and for physics. You have to, you know, keep the additional book with yourself, so you can ask your teacher that which book you have to refer. And a lot of the books are there in the market, right? Or if you have the modules of any you know, institute, so you can obviously solve the question from those modules. Second, you have to do all the question from NCERT exemplar. Sometimes we avoid exemplar, and many high-level questions are from the exemplar itself. If you have seen the exemplar, you will see that a lot of the high-level questions are from the exemplar, right? So don't avoid NCERT exemplar. Notes from your teacher, whatever you get new from the NCERT or exemplar, just incorporate everything over here. Your book is, you know, just buy the book which is having 1,000 questions from one chapter. Like if I talk about the biology, we have NCERT Punch, right? Or in the same way, we have a lot of the books in the market, like thousands, which is having 1,000 questions from the one chapter itself, on the based of the on the NEET NEET pattern based, right? So you can just buy that book, and plus it also having the previous year question. So make sure you are solving previous year question also. And you can buy any modules if you like the module of some coachings, because again, or institute, right? So you can buy those modules, or you can buy the books having ample amount of question. How to select the good book, I have told you. So good book always having the mind map, short note, key points in it, and plus thousands of the question on the based of the new NEET exam pattern, plus previous year question. If your book having all this thing, that is good to go. You can buy that, right? So kids, next thing is prioritize the subject. So suppose you feel that you are weak in physics, so make sure that you are giving more time to physics, right? You are solving question, you are giving more time to the topic. In case you are having any doubt, you are asking your teacher at the same time, and writing, making the proper book, proper copy, where you are writing all the notes. So before the exam, you have all the questions solved in a book, and you have all the doubts, you have the doubt book, you have, your proper notes. So you are just revising it before the exam. You are good to go for the exam to get the good marks, right? So kids, you have to work on your weaker subjects. So suppose you find yourself weak in physics, you have to give more time to the physics, right? Then if you find after that chemistry is difficult or biology is difficult, you have to give the time according to the priorities. So you feel that, I'm weak in physics, I have to devote more time, you just devote more time to your weaker subject. Very important. These priorities are really important. So we know that exam is all about accuracy and efficiency, because ultimately exams gonna be easy to moderate. This year we are seeing, like we have been seeing it since 2-3 years, right? So they're directly asking question from the NCERT, easy to moderate. So you have to, in order to become so accurate and efficient in the exam, you have to give the regular mock test, right? Or self-study is super important. So no matter who is your teacher, suppose you are like learning the content from best teacher of India, nothing will happen if you cannot do the self-study. So kids, always if you see the topper, they devote a lot of the time in the self-study. So self-study is super important, because a teacher teaching thousands of these students, and out of those thousands, only few people are able to get selected. And you know who are those? Self-study. So yes, I would say 80% is because of the student, and 20% contribution from the teacher. So you have to do the self-study. If you think that you are starting from best teacher and you don't have to do anything, you are actually in the wrong path. So kids, regular mock tests are important, and self-study is really important. You cannot skip anything, because mock test is just like the test match. You have seen the athletes, they are playing in the Olympics. I'm sure you kids know, right? So they are just working hard every day in order to perform best on that day. So mock test is just like that practice match. They are just getting up at the 4. You are inspired by athletes, inspired by the sports people. You have seen the sports people, this thing. So they are just getting up at 4 or 3 and practice, doing the exercise, and I don't know, like they are just doing a lot of the hard work in order to get the medal, or in order to, represent our country at the international level. So yes, you have to be very, very disciplined. So just if you really want to get motivated, you just see that how athletes are doing that. So kids, yes, you have that discipline from the athletes. You have to get up, you have to, because you are young, you don't need a lot of the sleep. So obviously for your dreams, or if you really want to achieve some good thing in the life, you have to at least sacrifice some of your sleep also for that. And it's very easy if you are so much, motivated. If you feel that, I have to do no matter what. So you just give your best, and no matter whatever the result, you have done your best. You will be satisfied ultimately that yes, I have done my best and I've been doing my best every day. That is really important, right? And if you're doing your best, you will see that miracle happening. So kids, yes, regular mock test and self-study. Discipline is so much required here. So kids, you require discipline over here, right? Next, do your best every day. Don't compare yourself with the other student, because sometimes students compare themselves with the other student and they're like, oh, this kid to doing very nice, I'm not doing good, so I'm bad, or I'm like not capable at all. Don't do that, kids. Everybody have their own journey. Perhaps that kid, working so hard. So what exactly you have to do? You have to work every day, best every day, and you have to, comparison is good, but you have to compare yourself with the past, right? So suppose today you have got, 500 marks. So you're like, next time I'm just, getting that I'm getting the less marks in this topic. So I have to work more on this topic. And next time I'm just gonna achieve, very, very nice in the test. So you have to compete with yourself. You have to compare yourself with yourself again, right? So this comparison will give you so satisfaction, and you will see a lot of the changes in yourself. You become so positive in that ways, because now you are not comparing yourself with the others. You are just comparing yourself with yourself. You're like, I need to improve. Earlier I was like getting this much marks, I was studying this much. Today I will just extend my limit. So in that ways, if you are comparing yourself with yourself, you push your limit. So kids, never compare yourself with anyone, because you have the unique journey. You are very, very unique in your own ways. And that person is unique in their own ways. So never compare yourself. Just do best every day. Work on yourself. And if you really like comparing yourself with someone, so compare yourself with yourself only. So that is the positive comparison. So yes, comparison is good, but I would say it should be positive comparison, right? So always do the positive comparison. You are like, okay, so in that ways you will see improving every day. And let me tell you one thing, if you do your best every day, ultimately you'll be satisfied that I have done my best. I have done the best I could do, and whatever be the result, I am ready for that. And obviously, if you are doing the best, you'll get the best, because ultimately everything gonna happen very, very nice right ahead in your life. So kids, you at least start doing this much for your exam, and just remind yourself that you are doing your best. You have to do your best, and you will see a lot of the changes in your life. And obviously you have to do everything, every day. Just you have to, you don't have to think about the result. You just do best every day. So that's what you can do. So kids, that's all. I'm just summing up everything over here. If you're doing this much, then you are good to go for your exam to get the 690 plus marks in your NEET, right? So all the best. And in case you have anything in your head, you can write down in the chat box, and I'm sure that you're gonna follow all this thing, right? And you will surely see immense improvement in your marks after this, right? So in case you find any difficulty, you can share it with us. All the best, kids.